Present your dream car to God with this prayer. When a dream seems simple but carries something greater. Have you ever noticed that sometimes a seemingly simple dream carries enormous emotional weight? A car isn't just a car. It represents freedom, dignity, provision, open doors, and even answers to long-held prayers. Perhaps you're watching now because this dream has lived in your heart for a long time, but hasn't yet materialized. And today, something different will happen. Before we continue, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay with us until the end. This isn't just another video. It's a spiritual moment. A prayer you can repeat whenever you feel your faith is waning. And while you watch, like this video, because this helps this prayer reach more people who also need it. Many people pray asking for big things, but feel guilty for presenting material dreams to God. But let me tell you something important. God doesn't just care about your soul. He cares about your whole life. He knows your needs, your limits, and even the constraints you carry in silence. Perhaps you rely on public transportation. Perhaps you're tired of hitchhiking. Perhaps you need this car for work, to take care of your family, or simply to live with more autonomy. None of this goes unnoticed in the eyes of God. And today, you will learn how to present this dream in the right way. Stay with me until the end, because at the end there is a powerful statement that can change the way you pray from now on. If this prayer touches your heart, comment, "I surrender my dreams to God." Because their declared faith has power. What happens when you present a material dream with a heart aligned with heaven? God cares about what you carry in your heart. God doesn't see your requests as futile. He sees intention, pain, hope, and need. Many people stop praying for certain dreams because they think God only cares about spiritual things. But the truth is, He cares about everything that affects your daily life, including what makes your path easier or harder. A car can mean more time with family, less fatigue, more job opportunities. It can mean dignity. It can mean emotional rest. And God understands that. He knows the reasons you may never have told anyone. He even knows the fear of asking and being disappointed again. When you present your dream to God, you're not demanding anything. You're trusting. You're saying, "Lord, if this comes from your hands, I will receive it. If it's not the right time, sustain me." And that completely changes how heaven responds. This isn't about luxury, but about purpose. It's not about status, but about provision. When your heart is in the right place, the request ceases to be selfish and becomes aligned with God's will for your life. But how can I present this dream to God without anxiety and guilt? The way you pray changes the type of response you receive. Many prayers fail not because the request is wrong, but because the posture is misaligned. Praying in desperation is not the same as praying with confidence. Praying by repeating words is not the same as praying with faith. And God responds not only to what you ask for, but to how you present yourself before Him. When you pray for your dream car, don't just pray saying, "God, give it to me." Pray saying, "God, teach me, prepare me, guide me." Because sometimes the miracle isn't just receiving, but learning to care for, manage, and value what is to come. While you watch, if this message speaks to you, like the video now, this is a sign that your heart is open. And write in the comments, "Lord, I trust in your timing." This statement strengthens your faith. The prayer that works is not the most beautiful, but the most sincere. It is the one offered with a peaceful heart, even when the external situation has not yet changed. God honors prayers that spring from trust, not anxiety. Is there a specific prayer that opens doors without causing frustration? Giving up on a dream is more powerful than clinging to it. There is a huge difference between asking God for something and surrendering something to God. When you surrender, you say, "I trust that the Lord knows when, how, and what." This frees your heart from pressure and places the weight in the right place, in God's hands. Often, the delay isn't denial, it's preparation. Perhaps God is aligning resources, people, opportunities, or even adjusting something within you before releasing that dream. And all of this is part of the process. God is never late. He works in the unseen realm while you learn to rest in the visible. Every prayer offered in faith generates spiritual movement, even when nothing seems to change externally. If you feel you've tried everything and are tired, now is the time to let go of control. Subscribe to the channel now, because here you will find words that strengthen faith when it seems weak. And how do we transform that dream into a prayer that touches God's heart? The prayer, presenting the dream of the car to God. Lord God, today I place before you the dream I carry in my heart. You know every detail, every reason, every need that leads me to desire this car. I hide nothing from you, because I know that you are a Father who cares. If this dream comes from you, open the right doors. If it's not the right time, strengthen my faith to wait. Free me from anxiety, comparison, and frustration. Teach me to trust in your perfect timing. I surrender not only my dream, but also my fears, my doubts, and my expectations. May nothing take your place in my heart. May this desire not become a burden, but a seed of faith. While you listen to this prayer, activate the notification bell, because new content like this strengthens your spiritual journey every day. What happens when you declare faith even before receiving an answer? The faith that gives thanks before receiving. Mature faith doesn't wait for a miracle to give thanks. It gives thanks because it trusts. When you give thanks beforehand, you declare that you believe in God's care, regardless of the immediate outcome. Gratitude changes your spiritual perspective. It shifts the focus from lack to provision. Even if the car hasn't arrived yet, you can already be grateful for your health, your job, your opportunities, and God's guidance. Write in the comments now. I give thanks before I receive. This is not superstition. It's a spiritual stance. God honors grateful hearts. What if the real miracle isn't just the car, but who you become in the process? Complete trust. Resting in God's timing. When you trust, you rest. And when you rest, God works. God's timing is never late. It is perfect. Nothing is missing. Nothing is superfluous. Everything falls into place. Perhaps that car will arrive unexpectedly. Perhaps it will be better than you imagined. Perhaps it will come accompanied by other blessings you didn't even ask for. Because God always does more than we think. If this video has strengthened your faith, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Here we pray together, walk together, and strengthen our faith in God. Remember, dreams presented to God are never ignored. They are nurtured. They are worked on. And in due time, they flourish. Are you ready to fully trust and rest, knowing that God has already heard your prayer? When God deals with the heart before handing over the key. Before God places something in your hands, He works deeply in your heart. Because what comes unprepared can become a burden, not a blessing. Often, the delay you feel is not punishment, but care. God is shaping your faith, your patience, and your spiritual maturity. The dream of owning a car isn't just about transportation. It's about responsibility, care, and gratitude. God doesn't just want to give you something new. He wants you to be ready to manage what comes. And that includes emotional balance, confidence, and contentment, even while you wait. Perhaps you are in a phase where God is teaching you to trust without seeing, to be grateful without having, to rest without understanding. And this hurts, because the human heart wants immediate answers. But heaven works with purpose, not in haste. While you listen to this, comment below. God, prepare my heart. This simple statement aligns your soul with the process that God is silently guiding in your life. And when the heart is ready, what does God do next? God opens paths where there were no roads. When God's timing is right, doors open in ways you never imagined. what seemed impossible begins to fall into place. Conversations happen, opportunities arise, solutions appear. Because when heaven decides to act, no obstacle remains standing. God creates paths where only limitations existed before. He uses people, circumstances, and even improbable situations to fulfill what He promised. And often, when the miracle arrives, you realize it wasn't the way you asked for, but exactly the way you needed it to be. Perhaps the resource will come from where you least expect it. Perhaps the car will arrive in better condition than you dreamed. Perhaps it will come accompanied by stability, peace, and emotional security. God doesn't deliver halfway. If you believe that God is opening paths, watch this video now. This simple gesture is a way to publicly declare your faith and help this prayer reach other people who are also waiting for an answer. But how do we keep our faith alive while the path is still being prepared? Don't let waiting steal your faith. Waiting is one of the greatest spiritual tests, because it's during waiting that doubts, comparisons, and emotional exhaustion arise. You start looking around and asking, why was it so fast for others and not for me? But God doesn't work by comparison. He works by purpose. Every story has its time. Every person has their own process. And what God is building in you now will be the foundation for the blessing that will come later. Waiting is not a waste of time when you remain in prayer. While you wait, keep trusting. Keep presenting your dreams. Keep standing firm in faith. Because God does not forget any prayer offered with sincerity. If this video is speaking to you, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here you will find words that strengthen faith precisely when it needs to be sustained the most. What if your testimony is being built right now? The testimony that arises from trust. The day will come when you look back and understand everything. You will realize that every tear, every silent prayer, and every night of doubt were part of a greater plan. And when the dream is fulfilled, it will come accompanied by gratitude and spiritual maturity. The car will be just a detail compared to the transformation God has worked within you. Because the greatest miracle is never what you receive, but who you become in the process. A stronger faith, a more trusting heart, a deeper relationship with God. When that day comes, you will testify. You will tell how God took care of every detail. You will inspire others not to give up, because those who learn to wait on God are never disappointed. If you believe your story will be a testament, comment now. My victory will glorify God, and share this video with someone who is also waiting for a dream to come true. Are you ready to trust until the end and live the testimony that God is already writing?